Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Jenny here, the Uncrafty Crafter. This morning, I'm recording this morning and we'll be uploading it today, is this week's WIP and Chat. So if you're new here, don't know what WIP and Chat means, WIP stands for work in progress, and chat. So grab whatever it is you're working on, whether it is diamond painting, crocheting, knitting, laundry, dishes, whatever you're working on today. So today I am working on my second canvas for the hashtag DPSummerSky event that Abigail and I are hosting. Thanks to everyone who has been posting on Instagram, and we've had an absolute blast. So it has been so much fun. We have enjoyed every minute of it. I know Abigail has been super busy lately, and I just hope that, girl, you get to slow down pretty soon. I hope so anyway. This one though, the one that I'm working on right now, I finished the Star or Glamorous Sky. That was complete, and I did an actual post review of that. If you missed it, I'll be sure to link it up here in the eye, and also if I can remember, I will put it in the description box. So this one that I'm working on now is from Kotart, and it is I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's called Night Owl or something like that. But oh my god, guys, it is so stinking cute. Like, I am in love with this canvas. Let me try to move my stuff out of the way so you can see. So up here's the top. It's got the pretty moon and the stars. I have my light pad on under it, so it's kind of, bright in some areas. And then the sweet little owl. I mean, she's got flowers on her. She's orange. Look at those pretty eyes. She's on this tree branch with these leaves and her little feet. She's just precious. I love her a lot. So anyway, I almost have her finished. I have this one square section right here left, and I will be done. I will have another finish and another post review, and it'll be another finish for our event, hashtag DPSummerSky. So anyway, just real quickly before I get started working on this and chatting about the randomness of my life, I just want to go over a few things. Oh wait, here's another WIP that I have currently. So if you saw one of my recent unboxings or mail hauls, maybe, I can't remember, I shared that I had started cross stitching again. It's been years since I've cross stitched, and I was like, wanted to do this. So I grabbed, just because it's been so long, this is just my cover minder. It's my Golden Girls one. It says, "In a world full of witches, be golden." But anyway, I stitched years ago and loved it, but then, life happens, things, so it's been years since I've cross stitched, and I had seen so many super cute things on the YouTubes and floss tubes that I was like starting to get the bug. And I'm like, do I really want to cross stitch? Seriously? No. And I told my husband, I'm like, I want to grab some of these little cross stitch kits from Walmart, because my Walmart section had this one and several others that I showed in my unboxing. And I just kind of wanted to get these little cheapy ones as like a refresher course, because like I said, it's been so long since I've done it, and I have enjoyed every second of it. I love this. It says, "I can't adult today," and it's got these pretty flowers. So I finished the wording first, and then I went through and I think I did this flower, and then the greenery, and then I went through and did the greenery all the way around, And then I started this flower last night. And so I have a flower to do down here and over here. And this will be done. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I had so much fun. But I'm going to show you guys the back side of this. And if you are a like veteran cross stitcher, you are going to shudder and like probably vomit in your mouth a little bit. But look at my backside. I am a messy cross stitcher on the back. Like I go like cross country a lot. I try to do better, but you know, hey. But anyway, yeah, it's a messy back. Now it is better than it used to be, because years ago when I cross stitched, I was learning how to cross stitch, and I was like, I'm not going to take the time to finish this one off and start in a new spot, so I'm just going to go all the way over here. But yeah, anyway, that's the back of it, and this is the front of it, and I love it. Love, 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 love it. So anyway, I'm going to put it back in my bag because my dog, Poppy, she's just a little terrorist. And anything plastic, paper, anything like that, she chews up. I found this. I don't have a project bag yet. I need a project bag. So I'm just using this little gallon Ziploc bag for right now. But anywho, yeah, I was like, I want one of those big giant project bags. They're like twice the size of a gallon size bag. So you can fit like a big project in it. Those are really cool. But yeah, I need to get one of those. So anyway, that is that. And now, just to go over just a few things before I get started working on the rest of this. I made myself some notes so that I would not get sidetracked. We have approximately 2 weeks left, a little bit less than 2 weeks, I believe, of our hashtag DPSummerSky event. So if you, for those of you that are participating, again, thank you. We have enjoyed looking at all your pretty canvases on Instagram, and continue to do that. Continue to show us your progress on your paintings. We know that a couple big events have started recently. Oh, I've got some thread, trashy thread that popped out onto my canvas. So anyway, there are a couple-ish weeks left, and we know that there are a couple of events that are going on right now that started on the 1st. One is the Chuck-along 2 that Mindy and Maritza are doing. And if you have not, I'm just going to tell you right now, if you haven't watched Mindy's announcement video from yesterday, you might want to go do that, because she has some amazing, amazing news, like pee your pants news, okay? And then also Drills and Chills started September the 1st. So we understand there are a couple of really big events going on right now. And we're teeny tiny over here on this end of the corner of the YouTube land. But we appreciate everybody that has participated, and we want you to keep participating. If you're doing a Chuck along and it has a sky in it, you can still count that towards our hashtag DPSummerSky event. It ends September the 12th, so we have a little bit less than 2 weeks left. And keep posting your pictures on your progress photos on Instagram. I apologize that I have not been on Instagram the last 2 or 3 days. I'm one of those that, like, I'm either hot or cold with Instagram. Like, I'm, like, killing it one minute, and then the next minute, I'm, like, crickets. Like, I won't even get on Instagram for a day or two. So, but anyway, I do go on, when I do get on Instagram, I always go and check the hashtag and go through and kind of interact with everybody that has shared their progress photos. So if you feel like hopping into the event halfway through, you know, you're fine and dandy. Go ahead and do that. The more the merrier. We would love to have you join in even now. So I shared my current WIPs. Before I forget, because today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday, which means that tomorrow Abigail's hashtag DPSummerSky event giveaway will be ending, and she will be picking a winner. So make sure that if you have not yet entered her giveaway, that you go over and do that quickly, so that you get entered before it ends tomorrow, Friday, which would be September the 4th. I will leave all of the event details in the description box down there. So you'll be able, I'll put the link to her giveaway and all of that jazz. So make sure to get entered. And then today in this Whippin' Chat, I'm going to be hosting another giveaway. So her and I have been alternating weeks. I gave away something the first week. She's giving away something this week. And then my giveaway for next week that ends next week starts today. So you'll have a week to enter on my giveaway. And I am giving away, it is called I'm going to insert a picture right here. But it is a sew desktop organizer. You can use it for cosmetics, or most people use these for diamond painting pens. They're super duper cute, and I've seen a lot of good reviews of these on Amazon. So yeah, I know that most of us have an assortment of diamond painting pens. Like I've got 3. These are the 3 that I have and use all the time. But yeah, I keep them in a big giant coffee cup that I use for my ink pens and stuff like that. But that little organizer is super cute and fun and functional. So that is what I'm giving away this week. You can start entering today. Let me grab a drink. So yeah, you can enter this to win this today, and I will be picking a winner in next week's Whippin' Chat. So you have 1 week to enter, and I will talk about how to enter that giveaway at the end of this Whippin' Chat. So stay here, grab something to drink, grab a snack, whatever it is you're working on. Work along with me as I chit chat a little bit, and stay tuned towards the end of the video for information on how to enter. Gotta grab another drink. I'm super dry again this morning. Okay, so real quickly though, I will say, oh goodness gracious, my little handle thing fell off of my cup and hit the desk. Anyway, this giveaway this week is for U.S. residents only. Abigail and I decided that we would have our weekly giveaways be U.S. only. But our grand prize that we're going to give away at the end of the event will be the Star Wars Glamorous Sky Diamond Painting Kit. And that will be open to everyone internationally, everyone in any country. So, if you've already worked on Star Wars Glamorous Sky, or you've already finished it, or you already own it, the winner can opt to get a different Star Wars diamond painting that's the same monetary value, and it will be sent through Amazon. If the winner is an international in another country that does not have Amazon, then what we plan to do is either ship through maybe staror.com if they ship internationally, I'm not sure, or the other option would be to have the money that the value of the kit is worth PayPal to you. So, okay, and then also, well, like I said before, I'll just go ahead and give the rest of the information at the end of the video so that I can get on with this WIP and chat. But I'm excited to be able to give that little ink pen standy-uppy thing away. That is so cute. Okay. First thing I'm going to chit-chat about is I feel like I have got to apologize to you guys, to everybody, because I have, I need to pull this iPad up a little bit. Yeah, so anyway, I want to apologize to you guys because when I first started and up until very recently, I have pretty much posted videos every single day except for Sundays, and sometimes except for I wouldn't do a video on Saturday sometimes. But then for whatever reason, I got all like discombobulated when school started back. And they've been back in school for about 3 to 4 weeks now. And I'm still like reeling from just the whole change, you know? And I still keep wanting to stay up late at night and not getting up. Or, I mean, I'll get up, you know, to get him off for school. And then I'm, like, just tired because I was up all night. Sometimes I'll lay down and go back to sleep for a little bit. And just, blech. And so, I have videos. Like, I've recorded videos. It's just, like, getting them edited. That word cracks me up. Edited. And uploaded. So, I'm like, it's not that I don't want to do it. It's just that I get, you know, because I do sometimes, like, feel exhausted. Then I get behind on everything else. Normal, like housework, laundry, and then the baby, you know, she's everywhere now. Like, she's, like, gets more and more into stuff every day, and it's hard to try to get things done with my back turned when she's up and moving around than it is when she's napping or asleep at night, you know. So anyway, I just have to get my ducks back in a row, and yeah, so I just wanted to say I'm sorry if you guys were used to videos every day and then boom. I feel like I've been posting videos like every other day. So I want to get back on my normal schedule. Because I enjoy doing that every day, you know. And then I also want to apologize as well for my lack of replying to comments in a timely manner. So my plan has always been to, you know, because I am busy off and on all day, I don't have my phone next to me all day. And so whenever I get a chance to sit down with my phone for a few minutes, then I'm like, okay, I need to do the comments. Well, then I get a notification that I got an email about this, or somebody's texting me, or somebody's, and so then I always end up forgetting to go back in and comment or reply. And then I'm like, well, I'll do that later tonight after the kids go to bed. And then whenever I do that, I forget again because I'm trying to get caught up on everything else before I can go to sleep. So it's just been I've just been a train wreck lately. But anyway, I do read all of your comments when they come in. And I read every single comment. And I know if people like ask me questions, I try to respond like right then or quickly, just so they're not waiting on an answer, for something. But yeah, I'm want to be better about that because you guys take the time to comment, and I need to take the time to stop for a minute and reply back, and it be not a week later, because sometimes it might be a week later, and then I go through and like bulk reply to everybody, and I feel bad when I do that, because then they get a notification that's like, the Uncrafty Crafter replied to your comment, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, when they see the little like blurb with the first few words of the sentence, they're like, I don't even know what she's talking about. Because of course you don't, because it's been a week ago. You forgot what you said to me, So anyway, I apologize for that too. So, let me see. I don't have very many, well, got a whole bunch of them over here. Trying to get these little random ones here and there of this symbol. Dun, dun. I have a box fan on upstairs, and the door up there at the landing at the top of the stairs is shut, but it has a little wooden sign on it, and the fan is like blowing, and that sign is like hitting, like it's blowing the sign, and it's like smacking on that little door up there. Drives me crazy. No more 6s in this area that I can see. Oh, okay. Oh, and another thing I was going to talk about was my coffee. So you guys know I love me some coffee. Like hardcore love me some coffee. Are those 6s all the way down? Just about, yeah. Love, love, love me some coffee. So we drink, it's the black silk, the Folgers black silk, which I think is like the darkest roast. And we drink it strong. And like during the day, when I would drink my coffee, I would like get the feel bads. You know what I mean? You ever get the like jittery feel bads, and you're just like, ooh. Like I'm so jittery that I have like so much jittery and angst, and like, is angst the right word? I don't even know. Just like jittery inside my body, and I'm like, ugh. So you would think that I would have so much energy that I could like whirlwind clean this house, but that's not what happens. It's like I get that kind of jittery, and then I'm like so worked up that I'm like physically exhausted, if that even makes any sense. And I found out, which I've had an inkling and I kind of knew this, but I kind of ignored it at the same time, that when I drink a lot of coffee, or strong coffee, my blood pressure goes up, like way too high. And so that, I know high blood pressure makes you feel bad too. But the reason I found that out is because I would check my blood pressure during the day and it would be high. But then in the evening, I would check it, or like at night before I would go to bed, and it would be like normal. Like good, normal, regular, healthy blood pressure. But that's because, and then I was like, oh, well, duh, it's because I haven't had coffee since earlier this afternoon, you know? And here it's been several hours. The caffeine has had time to work its way out of my system. And then, so anyway, I decided to get, I remembered my mom and dad years ago started drinking the Folgers half calf. So it has like half the caffeine as regular coffee. And I had tried decaf when I was pregnant. And I could drink it okay, but it totally messed with my stomach, like made me sick at my stomach. It messed my belly up. Like my whole digestive system was like out of whack. And so I quit drinking that, and then started drinking regular coffee again. But when I was pregnant, I would only drink like 1 cup a day instead of my normal 15 pots a day. And then anyway, trying to make sure I don't, because these dark colors, the E's and the 6's, I just don't want to cover one up with the wrong drill color. But anyway, yeah, I would get all kinds of like crazy pants jitters, and just would make me just feel super awful. So then I got the half calf, and I've been drinking that for probably about a week or so. And I think that it's helping a lot. So, and it don't taste bad. I mean, I can't tell a difference in the taste at all. I mean, it still has caffeine in it. And I don't know that caffeine has a taste. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I had my cup of coffee this morning, and now I'm drinking water. I try to drink water in between cups of coffee so that it gives my body a chance to like flush the caffeine out of my system. But I love my coffee, man. I love it. So yeah, the half calf thing hasn't been too bad. So if you struggle with caffeine, try the half calf. You'll like it. For sure, for sure. I like load mine up with creamer anyway, though. I don't use sugar, but I do use, usually, most of the time, I use Coffee Mate French vanilla creamer. And with fall coming up, I'll be getting into the like pumpkin spice and the peppermint mocha, seasonal yummy flavors. I can't drink those all the time, but they're a fun little treat, you know. But anyway, after a bottle or two of those, then I'm like, okay, I'm ready for my French vanilla again. But yeah, anyway, coffee is the yummy stuff. So I didn't ask you guys, how are you doing? Hope you guys are having a great day today. It is Thursday, and I'm excited because this WIP and chat includes a giveaway. That's always exciting. Like, you know, as it's always fun to like enter giveaways and win giveaways, but it's also fun to host giveaways. So it's fun to be able to give back, you know, to your peeps. You know what I mean? Y'all are my peeps. So, the hashtag DPSummerSky, I figured because last Whip and Chat, I think I answered, no, wait a minute. My first DPSummerSky Whip and Chat, I answered some summer tag questions, and then last week's Whip and Chat was just a random chat, you know. So this Whip and Chat, I thought that I would share some fun summer childhood memories that I had growing up. That's fun, right? I will say, though, that the memories that I have that I will share with you are totally going to tell you that I'm like 102 years old, because these things, these memories that I have as a child in the summer are not the same sort of memories that children have in the summer now. Yeah. So, you know, young kids, like teenagers, if they were listening to this, they would be like, did she live in the olden days when they didn't have cars? Or is she like live in a house like Little House on the Prairie? Lord have mercy. Did she carry her school lunch in a little bag, like a little... Remember when they used to, like on Little House on the Prairie, they would carry their lunch in like a little pouch that they would like fold. Oh, now the sun is coming in. Sun. Hope it's not blinding us or you. It is kind of bright. It's like putting my eyeballs out. But anyway, one of the very first memories that always comes to my mind when I think about me growing up in the summer, you have to realize I grew up in the country. I still live in the country. I live currently, I live in the house that I grew up in. So, it's kind of like my home place. You know, when you think about the word home place, it's where your family grew up and was raised. And so years ago, my granddad passed away. And when he passed away, my mom and dad bought his home because that's where my dad grew up. And so they wanted to keep the farm. So they bought the house, my papa's house. And so when that happened, all of my siblings were married, which I was married when we moved in here, but all of my siblings had homes, you know, and my husband and I lived in a little trailer around or next door to his mother. And, you know, we love that little trailer. We always talk about the memories of being in that trailer, but whenever they bought my papa's house, we bought my mom and dad's house. So, I love being here because it gives me so many memories. I mean, I have a ton of memories of growing up here, and it's cool because I get to raise my kids in the same house that I grew up in, you know. Not very many people get to experience that, and I'm blessed that, and it's an old farmhouse. My mom and dad like remodeled it years and years and years and years ago. And if you know anything about farmhouses, you know that you're never finished remodeling. Like you remodel and then always, forevermore, doing work on an old farmhouse. So we've done a lot to it since we've been here. Some like complete overhauls and things like that. But yeah, we love our little house. It has its quirks. The guy, a good friend of ours that does all of our work on the house, he's German. We love him. His name is Dieter. Well, his name is Dieter, but we call him Dita. That's just because that's how he pronounces it. So that's how we pronounce it, but it's actually spelled Dieter. Dieter. It looks like, if you write it down, it looks like dieter, like you're on a diet and you're a dieter. But anyway, so anyway, he, where was I going with that? Oh, he always makes jokes about the house, saying that the house doesn't have a square corner in it. Like, nothing's square, nothing's level, nothing. And so, you know, it's like when you're looking at one part of the house, but in one section it's like here, and then by the time you get to the other corner, it's way up here or way down here, or, you know. But that's what happens when you live in an old farmhouse. Things are not level. Trying to see if I have any more 6s here. It's hard to see with the glare from the sun. There's 3 right there. But yeah, growing up, one thing, and then I grew up, my oldest sister, she had kids, and so they're like close to my age. Her son, one son of hers and one daughter of hers are like super close to my age, and so we kind of grew up like brothers and sisters because we were so close in age. And they were here all the time. You know, when I was growing up, they were always here. And so, and there was a lot of neighborhood kids too, you know, that I would play with when I was growing up, and a lot of neighborhood kids, actually. And so one of the biggest like memories that I had growing up as a kid was catching lightning bugs. Like, we would play outside. It wasn't like, the only time, like if it was summertime, we would be outside from daylight to dark, you know. The only time that I wouldn't be outside first thing in the morning would be if it was Saturday morning and I was watching Saturday morning cartoons on regular TV, because we didn't have cable or satellite dishes. I mean, people had them, but we didn't, you know. And this was back in the early 80s, you know. And so, yeah, we played outside. And Mom didn't like for the kids to run in and out, in and out, in and out. You're letting the bugs in. You're going to let the bugs in. That kind of thing, you know, especially in the summertime. So, you know, it was either in or out, you know. So, there wasn't traffic on our road, so we could ride our bikes up and down the road. We could only go one way, though. We couldn't go the other direction, because the other direction there was a lot of hills. So, you know, my mom was like, no, you're not going that way, because if there's a car coming, they won't see you over the hill, you know. So we weren't allowed to go the other direction. We could only go up to this other stop sign and around the corner and back. So, but yes, we would catch lightning bugs. We would get a glass jar or a plastic bowl or whatever and put something over the top of it, you know, poke holes in it so that the lightning bugs could breathe. We would catch lightning bugs until we couldn't catch them no more. And that was always so much fun. And another thing I remember, I always, like, my, like, favorite thing to do in the front yard, like, right where our front porch is, my mom had two giant, I'm gonna grab this E. My mom had these giant, they weren't giant, but at that time, they were big to me, like concrete flower pots that set, like they were a pair, and they set on each side of the front porch. And every summer, she would plant petunias in them. Like, that was what she always planted, was petunias. And I was obsessed with digging in dirt. Like, I don't know what it was. I wasn't a tomboy or anything like that. But I just, like to play in the dirt. I grew up in the country, playing in the dirt. That's what kids do, right? And I like the texture. And even now, as an adult, like when wintertime is over, I'm always like, okay, first thing I want to do when spring comes and it's warm is I want to stick my bare feet in the fresh dirt. I always say that, fresh dirt smells good. It feels good on your feet. Yeah, I just love fresh dirt. And, but anyway, when I was little, she would get so mad at me because I would like dig in those flower pots, and like, of course, the petunias were in my way. So I'd pull the petunias out and play in the dirt and take a little, plastic spoon or whatever and just shovel it and pour water in it and make mud. And, she would come outside to check on me and she'd be like, "Oh my God, you get out of that. You get out of that. Put them flowers right back in there." So, yeah. I was always getting in trouble for tearing her flowers out of her. And I did it every time. Like, she'd turn her back and I'd be like, okay, the flowers are back out again. I'll put them back whenever I get done playing in the dirt. But loved it. I remember one year my mom was like, she went to pick out flowers to plant, and she let me pick out something. She's like, pick out something that you like, and we'll plant it. You can plant it. And I was little, but I was like, ooh, excited because Mom was letting me pick out whatever kind of flowers I wanted to plant, And I remember the little seed packets, and I remember looking at the pictures on the seed packets of the different flowers, and I was like, oh, I want that one, Mom. And she's like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, that's the one I want. Let's get that. And they were gladiolas. If you don't know what gladiolas are, I will post a picture of gladiolas right here. Here, gladiolas. But yeah, gladiolas were the ones that I picked. And I just remember seeing them and thinking, wow, that's a lot of flowers, and they're cool because they all stand up. Like, there's a bunch of flowers on one stem, And I had never seen flowers like that. And I just thought they were so pretty. And so Mom got, the little seed packets, and we got to plant I planted the gladiolas, and lo and behold, she had told me, and I remember her saying this throughout the years, later on, but she was surprised that I picked them because those were her granddad's, which would be my great granddad. They were his favorite flowers, and he always planted gladiolas, and he loved them. So she was like, oh, wow, that's cool that you picked those out of all these flowers. You picked gladiolas, and those were my paps. She called him Pap. Those were her Pap's favorites, too. So, yeah, I still love gladiolas. I haven't planted them in forever, but they are really pretty. And there's so many different colors that are super pretty. But, yeah, love me some gladiolas. My mom always called them glads like for short. She'd call them glads. Look at those pretty glads. I think maybe that's another reason why I like them, because the name, because I remember her calling them glads. But yeah, so pretty. Let's see, what else can I remember about the summertime? Oh, so growing up in the country, if you know what honeysuckle is, there was, because it was a farm, the old family that lived here before my mom and dad bought the place, there was a old piece of like farm machinery. I don't know what it's called. If it was like a disc or some kind of a plow, but it's old and rusted. It's still there, covered up with, I don't even know what, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool looking piece of machinery. But anyway, it is, whenever I was growing up, it was always covered with honeysuckle. Would always grow all over that. And so whenever I was little bitty, my mom, you know, had showed me how you eat honeysuckle. And so me and my nephew and niece that were my age, when we'd be out there playing together, we'd always stop and eat a little bit of honeysuckle, you know. God, I feel so old. People nowadays don't even know what honeysuckle is or what it looks like. But oh my goodness, if you ever, whenever that stuff, when honeysuckle starts blooming and flowering out, you can smell it. Like when the wind blows certain directions, you can smell that sweet honeysuckle. It's like yum. It's just amazing. It smells so good. Another thing that I used to eat whenever I was a kid in the summer was those little green apples. We had little apple trees. They're not there anymore, but when I was little, we had little apple trees. And I remember my uncle would come every year with like 5-gallon buckets and pick some apples. And there's another 6 right there that I missed. But anyway, he would come every year and pick apples. And when we were kids, we would always like eat the apples off the ground. And they were always the little bitty, I don't know what those are called, like the little teeny tiny green apples. And they're real like bitter and kind of like sour, you know. But we would eat the fire out of those. And my mom would always be like, don't eat too many of those, it'll give you diarrhea. And Betty, was she right? But I didn't care. They were yummy. And it was fun. We did that all the time. The apple trees were out by one of the like outbuildings that we had animals in. Like when I was growing up, we had peacocks. My dad had a pig one time. He had a pig, raised a pig, and then when it came time to butcher the pig, he couldn't do it. They had it butchered, but he couldn't eat it. And he was like, no, I can't. He couldn't do it. And I'm like, oh, I don't remember that, you know. I was too little at that time to remember, but I remember having the pig, but I don't remember having it, Dad having it, you know. I just knew the pig wasn't there anymore. But yeah, he had it butchered and then couldn't eat it. So he felt bad. And then this is coming from a guy that grew up on a farm, you know, in Kentucky. And that's what they did. They butchered animals and ate them. But I guess it's different when you're a kid and you know, he probably didn't really raise that pig. His dad did, and he probably didn't see it butchered. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, but I just can't. I'm like, I would be with him. There's no way that I could do that. Only way I could ever do that, I think, is if I had no other option. But, you know, now going and buying it is one thing, even if it's fresh, you know, but raising it and then killing it, butchering it, and eating it, yeah, I don't know if I could do that. I'd have a really hard time unless I was starving or my family was starving. Yeah. So I think I'd be the same way with cows too. I don't know. But yeah, we had geese when I was growing up, and I remember they would always, like, my mom would always laugh because they would attack everybody in my family, you know, my brother and sisters and my mom and dad. They would, like, try to flog them, but mom always laughed because she said that whenever I was little, I would grab a stick out of the yard and, like, chase those geese with the stick, and they were afraid of me. And so, you know, they flogged everybody except for me, and they did what I told them to, I reckon. I don't know. But I remember having them and running after them and playing with them and things like that. But yeah, that was fun. And then we had, I mentioned the peacocks. Peacocks are pretty, but they make some funky noises, I'll tell you that. But they were pretty. And they'd always show off their, you know, feathers. Trying to think what else we had. We had some goats at one time. I remember my mom named one of them Winston. My brother raised dogs. He actually raised pit bulls. So there was a bunch of pit bulls whenever I was growing up. And they were good dogs. I mean, I know pit bulls kind of get a bad rap sometimes, but now granted, there were a few times that they fought with each other, like almost to the death. But as far as, like, me, when I was little, they were always gentle, you know, with kids. But my brother had one that was white, and his name was, or her, I can't remember if Blizzard, his name or her name, I don't remember if it was a he or she, but it was Blizzard was its name, which was so cute. Blizzard. And then we had, trying to think. I don't remember. We had chickens, and this is a story I will tell you. This is a hilarious story. I forgot all about this, but so I've told this story 100 times. I know. Can't believe I haven't told that on this channel, but whenever I was little, we had chickens, okay? And there was an outbuilding. It's not there anymore. That was here. And at the corner of that outbuilding was, I can't remember what it was sitting on. I feel like it was like a barrel, like a wooden barrel or something. I don't remember for sure. But anyway, it was a hen, had a nest, and she had little chicks, okay? And I'm going to guess and say I was about 5 or 6 years old, maybe. Let me grab a drink. I was about 5 or 6, yeah. And it was Sunday morning. Church, we were getting ready for church. And of course, any 5 or 6 year old girl that's going to church has on a big old frilly church dress, you know. And I don't remember what the dress looked like or what color it was or anything like that. I just know I had a big frilly church dress on. And Mom had got me dressed. Everybody else was getting ready. And I knew it would still be a little bit before we were ready to go. So I was like, I'm going to sneak outside and go see those baby chicks. And that's what I did. I went outside in my church dress and my church shoes, dress shoes, and went out there to play with baby chicks. And whenever I went out there to play with baby chicks, I snuck out the front door, okay? Because everybody was towards the back of the house where the bathroom and kitchen is. And the actual chicken or the hen was in the backyard. So I couldn't go out the back door, or Mom would say, get back in here. You know, you're not going outside in your church dress. So I snuck out the front door while they were all not paying attention. And the front door, mind you, is not one of those like turn knobs. It's the kind of like, it's got a handle, like a push-pull handle with a button. Like you have to like push the button and open the door, you know? And it was old and like didn't work really good. Like I guess you had to have a lot of force to like push that thing down and get the door open. And I was too little, really, I could open it from the inside, because the inside was a knob, I think. I can't remember, but anyway, I go out the door, go around the corner in my pretty little church dress to the back of the house, and there's the mommy chicken, you know. She's kind of just strutting around doing her thing, and the little baby chicks are in that little nest thingy. I think I got all my E's. And so anyway, I'm like, oh, here's the baby chickie. Oh, let me play with the baby chickie, you know, and I'm loving on this little baby chickie. And all of a sudden I hear, you know, I mean, I remember the sound that hen was making. It's like a sound you don't forget, you know, because there's the normal bark, 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 and then there's like the mad bark, bark, bark. And that's what she was doing. And I could see her. She was walking right towards me, like strutting, like marching. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay. And the next thing I know, that chicken is like flying towards my head, doing this with her, you know, she was flogging me, literally flogging me. It scared the daylights out of me. I went running around the house. I mean, I didn't even pick the baby chicken up, I don't think. I was just like petting it. But anyway, yeah, she came after me and flogged me all the way around the house. I mean, from the front yard, or from the backyard, all the way to the front yard. She was flogging me. I fell down 2 or 3 times, skinned my knees up. She's got her claws in my hair. You know, she was flogging the daylights out of me. And by the time I got to the front door, I was like a tattered, dirty, filthy mess. My dress, I don't remember. I know it was dirty. I don't know if I had ripped it or anything like that. But I fell down 2 or 3 times before I got to the front door. Well, when I got to the front door, the hen is still flogging me at the front door. And here I am with that, handle and that push button trying to get the door open, and it wouldn't open, and I'm screaming and banging at the door, and somebody, I can't even remember who it was, opened the front door, and I bolt in the house, and the hen, goes away. And oh my God, yeah, that was, it was horrifying. And it was like traumatizing. I was traumatized after that. Now, years and years and years later, I can laugh about it, but oh my God, that scared the daylights out of me. And I can laugh about it now. It's so funny now, like envisioning it in my head, playing it back in my head, oh my goodness. And I mean, it would have been like the perfect thing for like America's Funniest Home Videos or something, And so, my mom and dad, they didn't know whether to laugh or yell at me or love on me because I, was terrified and traumatized. They just didn't know what to do. And finally, Mom was mad because I tore my dress up or got it dirty or whatever. So I don't remember if I changed into a different dress and we went to church, or if we didn't even get to go to church because of that whole thing. I don't remember. Do not remember. I just remember the fear of running around the corner of that house. And when I got to the door, here I'm supposed to be at safety, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't get the front door open. I can't get it open. And I felt like I had sat there and banged and squalled and flipped out, at that front door for like hours. And it was literally probably less than a minute, that somebody came to the door. And I know they were thinking, what in the world? Who's banging and beating at the door, screaming their head off? And then here it was me with a hen wrapped around my head. So, gosh, yeah. Funniest thing ever. So funny. I had a little dog. Her name was Nasty. And I talked about this story whenever I did the Star Wars canvas Stand By Me, because it reminded me of her. But yeah, she was a little collie. Such a cute dog. And she was a good dog too, but I don't remember how long I had her. But I do remember she had passed away because she had gotten into, back then, living in the country, people didn't tie their dogs up unless they were like violent dogs, or big scary dogs. But she was a good dog, and she'd run around the neighborhood, and she'd always come back filthy dirty, like where she'd ran through the ditches and the ponds and the mud and everything. But yeah, she'd come back filthy dirty, and so that's why I called her Nasty, was because she always came back nasty. But anyway, living in the country, like I said, people didn't put their dogs on leashes and stuff like that. And so she ended up getting into, someone in the neighborhood had, I think my dad had said, I don't remember it happening, but I remember, later on, my dad had said that he thought it was antifreeze that she had gotten into. And that's awful. Oh, I can't handle that. Thinking about that now, makes me sick. But when I was little, I didn't know what antifreeze was. My dad just told me it was poison. And I was like, why would somebody poison my dog? And he's like, honey, it wasn't on purpose, I'm sure. It was an accident, Because from what I gather, antifreeze is supposed to smell or taste sweet or something to animals. I don't know, but that's what's happened. She was such a good little dog, though. Such a good little dog. Poppy, however, on the other hand, she's a good little dog when she is asleep. Like right now, she's over here snoozing in my chair. Oops, that one's broke. But yeah, she goes in spurts. Like, she's good sometimes, and then other times it's like all she wants to do is get into stuff that she's not supposed to be in. And it's like that the whole day. Like, there'll be days where she don't do anything. I don't have to jump on her one single time. And then there's days when it's like that's all I do is get on her for getting into this or that or the other. Oh, she kills me. She likes diapers. Of course, any dog, that I know this is gross, and I know that any dog likes dirty diapers. Yuck. But she could care less if it's a dry diaper. Like a plain, she'll go in there in the baby's room if I've forgotten to left the door open. She'll go in there in the baby's bedroom and, like, tear out all of the diapers out of the, like, Huggies package. And they'll be, like, shredded diapers, all clean diapers all over the bedroom floor. And I'm like, oh, my God. Seriously? There went tons of money down the drain. Thanks, Poppy. She wears me out. And then last night when I came up, we had, I don't remember where. I think I had came from the kitchen. I'd been in the kitchen, like, putting dishes away or laundry or something. And whenever I came back in here into the living room, I saw this little bag that I keep this gallon-sized Ziploc bag laying in the floor with little teeth marks on it. I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? She got into my patty wax, and she didn't even get into the scented patty wax. She got into the brick of patty wax that I have that is like the free and clear one that I've had for a while. Yeah, she got a hold of that. She just gets a hold of everything. And outside, she likes to chew on sticks. And, let's see, leaves, anything. She just likes to get into stuff. And she can reach the counter in the kitchen. So if there's like a loaf of bread with like the end of the loaf of bread, like the opening part of the loaf of bread, like hanging over the edge of the counter or right at the very edge of the counter, she'll jump and grab it and then pull it down into the floor and have a heyday, you know. So she's a little terror some days. Okay, about done with this orange. Orange is a pretty color. I like that. The whole owl is this color, and I love it. Love, 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 love it. Oh, one more right there. Okay, I think I got all the orange. All of the letter T. The letter of the day. Oh, that reminds me, Sesame Street. Jolie Mae is like, she don't know what to think about Sesame Street. So she likes it. She likes when they sing. She really likes when Abby Cadabby, is that her name? Abby Cadabby and Elmo sing. She likes that. But she does not know what to think of Cookie Monster. Like, she's like, looks at the TV like, Should I be laughing or crying? She just really don't know what to think. So that's kind of like been a thing lately. So I try to like look at her and let her see my face like, oh yay, Cookie Monster's so fun. Da, 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 da. She's like, but why does he sound so angry all the time? Oh goodness. All right, guys. Well, it has been over time. I usually end up going over every single whip and chat. I try to keep it close to an hour, but it's usually over every single time. Put my trash container up. So let's go over these rules for the giveaway again. Again, I'm going to pop up a picture here on the screen of what we're giving away, which is the pink little drill pin organizer holder thingy from Amazon. It's going to be from Amazon Prime, so shipping will be free. This giveaway is for U.S. residents only this time. Keep in mind, though, like I said previously, the grand prize at the end of the event will be open to everyone internationally. So we're excited about that. But these smaller giveaways each week are for U.S. residents only. So what I want to do is for you guys to leave me a comment. Oh, another thing is you must be 18 years or older to enter. Okay, so I'm going to leave all of the like rules and official blah, blah, blahs down in the description box below. So, but how you can enter is I want you to answer a question and leave a comment on this video. This one right here. So the question, so you're going to want to do two things. I need you to do two things for me, okay? First thing is I want you to leave a comment with an answer to this question. The question is, what is your favorite childhood summer memory? Okay? And then the next thing that I need you to do is make sure that you have filled out the Google form in the description box below. If you do not fill that form out, we will have to skip you. Don't want to have to do that, but we have made that a rule because we just want to be safe and make sure that whoever wins is who they say they are whenever we contact them, if that makes sense. So I'm going to grab a drink. So yeah, anyway, two things. Leave me a comment with your favorite summer childhood memory and then fill out the Google form. If you've already filled out the Google form, don't worry about filling it out again for this event since we'll already have your information. But if you've not filled out this form for the hashtag DPSummerSky event, then you'll want to make sure to get it filled out. All right. Okay, also, so what I plan on doing is when everyone comments at the end of the event or at the end of this week before I do the whip and chat next week to announce the giveaway winner, I'm going to on a piece of paper or a spreadsheet document on my computer or something, I will list everyone who has entered and give everyone a number, assign everyone a number, and confirm that they have already filled out the form, etc. Make sure that they're a U.S. resident, that kind of thing. We like to make sure that you are participating in the event. So, you know, we really would like to see that you have posted something on Instagram using the hashtag DPSummerSky. That kind of thing. So, yeah. Anyway, what I'll do is assign everybody a number, and then at the end, whenever I draw, I will just use a random number generator and announce the winner that way. So the winner will be announced in my next whip and chat. So good luck to everyone. This is so exciting. So if you are new here, make sure to subscribe. If you want to enter this giveaway, you do have to be a subscriber of mine. And you also want to subscribe to Abigail. Her link is in the description box below. And enter her giveaways as well. So I think that's it. If you have any questions, you can leave me a comment and ask me a question. Keep in mind, only one comment will be counted towards the giveaway per person. So if you do, have a question, that's fine, but that question won't be counted as an extra entry as a comment, FYI. So, but anyway, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified, ding, 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 the next time I upload another video. And I do a lot of unboxings and WIP and chats and reviews and fun stuff. So make sure to hit the thumbs up before you head out the door if you liked the video. If you didn't like the video, then I don't know what to tell you. You just must not be a happy person. I'm kidding. Okay, you guys have a great day. I will talk to you soon. Bye.